Hey guys, Aqua Duelist here, Deck Profile Mondays, and this time we are back with Aqua Madoor Turbo. I busted my balls, made this deck the best I could, essentially, and, it has an answer to essentially all your meta problems, Goukis, Trickstars, Sky Strikers. It has an answer to essentially all of them. Most fun I've ever had putting a deck together. Definitely one of my favorite decks. Definitely in my top three for sure. I would love to go ahead and max rarity this deck, but there are so many cards with ultimate rares, so it would take me a while. But I honestly think that this is a deck for me worth maxing out. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. So I'm not going to explain the core cards because I did a video explaining the core and why it works. Link in the description. But starting off, we run 3 Aqua Madoors. You gotta run Aqua Madoor to make it Aqua Madoor Turbo. 3 rabbits, just really good. Playing it at 1, I never saw it. And I want to see this card. At times I kind of need to see it. And it just was not there. It was non-existent, essentially. So I bumped it up to 3. 3 tin goldfish. Just a water goblinberg, essentially. 3 gigabytes. 3 hat triggers, or perform H hat triggers. If you're looking to play, if you decide to play this deck and you're really wanting to make a few little changes, space wise, you could probably cut this down to 2, but I wouldn't do it because Naturia Beast, it's an earth monster, and you want to make you want to have an easier time going into Naturia Beast. Then we run 2 Chocolate Magicians, and then with the 2 Chocolate Magician Girls, we run 2 Hat Trickers, or not Hat Trickers, Trick Clowns. I keep mixing them up. If he was at 3, I would probably consider running both of them at 3, but you only want to do 2-2. So that's all the core cards. Everyone should be familiar with these guys. It's the Predaplant engine. 3 Scorpios, 1 Darling Cobra. I have it at 1 just for space in this build. But this guy's really great. He's actually a 1-card Zefra Metaltron. So that's why I run him. 1 glow up bulb for Naturia Beast. And then because I do run the Brilliant engine, I'm running Sapphire instead of Garnet. And everyone's probably going to be like, well, why the frick are you doing that? Well, 2 reasons. Well, really 1. But the main reason why I'm running him over Garnet is because this is an Aqua, and I believe it's you could, for Toad's effect, you pitch an Aqua, so, for its effect, so if, let's say I activate Soul Charge, if I wanted, I could bring this back. It's got a 2100 defense, so Trickstars can't get over it. And then I could essentially just pitch it for Toad. So this way I'm not sending Toad for his own effect. Also Earth. So there's another, if you Soul Charge it back, you can use it for the Cherry Beast, Brilliant Fusion. Everyone should know what that does. 3 Instant Fusion, because Mud Dragon is just absolutely amazing. Not going to really go into Mud Dragon too much, but I have a discussion video on him on just how amazing he is. 2 Pod Desires, standard. But yeah, link in the description for the Mud Dragon discussion. Just an amazing card, and the more I use it, the more uses I find for it. 2 Called by the Grave, really interesting. This was actually the last 2 slots I had, and I was wondering what to put in, and ultimately went with this. Hand traps don't really do much to this deck. You can get Droll and Lockbird, cool, doesn't do anything to you. Ash, unless they Ash like your Ash like whatchamacallit, like Cobra or Scorpio. That's the only real thing that's kinda somewhat bad. But the real hand trap we're afraid of is Ghost Ogre in this deck, honestly. So I run this to kind of combat against that. The 1 poly, because first of the dragons, and something that's really this is usually my second target for Scorpio's effect, because Scorpio can go for polymerization or any fusion spell card. So usually I go for Brilliant Fusion if I don't have it in my hand. And then honestly at that point, depending on what I have, it's either going to be this or Instant Fusion. Soul Charge, I mean, you just don't not run Soul Charge. It's too good. 1 for 1 for the Glow Up Bulb. And then to round off, I run 2 traps, and I run Stormy Mirror Force, just really strong competitively, and kind of like my, one of my staple cards for me personally, just really strong. That's it, 40 card main deck. We're going to go into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I have for Lynx, 1 Mistar Boy, 1 Land Phosphorus, I think is how you pronounce his name. You could run Dark Witch Eve, I think it is, or the Apprentice Witch Eve. Essentially, it's the dark version of this, but I decided to be safe, go with this, because it's just more generic. And just just somewhat good. And then Zefra Metaltron, then 3 down arrows. That's all for Lynx. I play one Toad, 1 Bahamut. I cut these down to 1 because there's no point to run 2 anymore because of Lynx. What would be used to essentially make the first one of these, first Bahamut Shark, ends up going to Mistar Boy, ends up being used for Mistar Boy, or a Link, or not Link, Mistar Boy, or this guy, the weird named guy. Just not a point, no point to run 2 anymore. Exciton Knight, he's unbanned, and just that board removal is pretty nice. Utopia package, because just it's here to get over anything that I'm struggling to get over. Essentially, gets over really just about anything. With that. Tornado Dragon, just generic staple. Abyss Dweller, answer to Goukis. This is interesting. Trapeze, or Perform Mage Trapeze Magician. This answers Trickstars. You play this, Trickstars can't do anything to you, essentially. And because of most of the monsters in the deck are spellcasters, we can make this easily, which this is somewhat kind of more unique card, and a lot of decks can't really run it, so it's nice we get this. This was a second Mud Dragon. Ultimately, I decided to cut Mud Dragon down to 2 because I wanted more generic, or just more overall generic, non-situational XYZs, to be honest, because you don't want to go into like Utopia turn 1, You don't want to go into this turn 1 if you're going first. So essentially what you're really wanting to go into would be like these starting. So I just wanted to have another option and to be able to counter Trickstars. Seraph Knight, Brilliant Fusion. Mud Dragon, just absolutely amazing. And second effect as well. Since he can change his attribute, if you're playing against Sky Strikers and want to get that Naturia Beast out, you could search Instant Fusion off of Scorpio, just change his attribute, and there you go. Just really amazing card. Again, link in the description below for the discussion video on him. He's just too good not to run. First, the Dragons. I wanted to include this in my first build, and just at the time couldn't think of a way to incorporate a way to get polymerization without taking up too much space. So I'm able to play him in this now, and just a nice, fun trolley card I love. Most decks also cannot get around him, usually, from experience. And then one Naturia Beast, because we have a decent amount of level 4 Earth monsters, or decent ways to get to them, or like at least one. So why not? I don't understand why no one played him and Glow Up Bulb in 2016. I mean, it's just you had the option to, and no one did. But that's it for the deck. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see my more of my content when it comes out, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button down next to it, so this way you get notified when it comes out. I do 4 to 5 videos a week. I'll have a combo video up hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a little weird, so if it's not tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. But hopefully should be up tomorrow if all goes well. Thank you guys for watching.